Time, let's flow with the vibes, and let's begin our journey into the heart of the lion. Welcome to the temple of emancipation. Now close your eyes. This moment is all we have. Craft independent creation. May freedom candles burn. Hear the drums. The heart pumps. Blood flows in your vessels. Rebel fever is contagious. Soak your face in the cool ocean of awesomeness. Some will call us crazy. Truth is we are free. The roar of the lion echoes. Forms electric ripples of hope in our bedrooms. Silence is the space where we gaze, chase dreams and say, hey, bring it on. Feel courage surge. Stand up. You are not alone.
Catalyst to say what has never been said, to see what has never been seen, to draw, paint, sing, sculpt, dance, and act what has never before been done, to push the envelope of creativity and language. And what's really important is, I call it the felt presence of direct experience, which is a fancy term which just simply means we have to stop consuming our culture. We have to create culture. Don't watch TV. Don't read magazines. Don't even listen to NPR. Create your own roadshow. The nexus of space and time where you are now is the most immediate sector of your universe. And if you're worrying about Michael Jackson or Bill Clinton or somebody else, then you are disempowered. You're giving it all away to icons. Icons which are maintained by an electronic media, so that you want to dress like X or have lips like Y or something. This is shit brains, this kind of thinking. That is all cultural diversion. And what is real is you and your friends and your associations, your highs, your orgasms, your hopes, your plans, your fears. And we're told, no, we're unimportant, we're peripheral, get a degree, get a job, get a this, get a that, and then you're a player. You don't even want to play in that game. You want to reclaim your mind and get it out of the hands of the cultural engineers who want to turn you into a half-baked moron consuming all this trash that's being manufactured out of the bones of a dying world. Where is that at? You know, what we have to do is stop looking for leadership from the top, because the least among us make their way into those positions of power. I mean, you can see that now. Those guys are not fit to throw guts down to a bear, any of them. And so, what we have to do is knock off this fantasy of being citizens inside a democratic state. I mean, what we are the propagandized masses inside a fascist dictatorship. And what people have to do is begin to form affinity groups, get their own shit together, get their own goals defined, and then move out into it and do it. It's not going to come from, the policy council of the Republican or Democratic Party. That's just silly to think that.
Welcome, good night to the Heart of the Lion. First off, we hope that more people will stand up by the end of the night. We got some pizza for the people who come up, and They're gonna be the first ones to enjoy some delicious tastiness of cheese and jalapenos all meshed together. Oh yeah, sounds good. So yeah, whoever participates is gonna go first, and then if there's any left, we're gonna divide it between the participants, and we're gonna eat it in front of the other people's faces, and we're gonna enjoy it. Nah, I'm joking. We'll share it with everyone. So let's start up. What up, dude? Dude, son. Dude. Yo. Hey. What up? Hey. Yo. This is us. Awesome sauce. ¿Qué es la humanidad? Al regresar de meditar, lo vi con claridad. Sociedad entre las cobras, bajo la sombra, más de 100 años de soledad. ¿De qué proviene la prosperidad? ¿Qué autoridad otorga un saco? Con la muerte uno parte descalzo. No nos quieren escuchar, que fácil se le olvida al hombre respetar la libertad, vanidad material. Con el mundo material, yo tomo 2 quedas atrás. No me vaya a morder la fiera que envenena al planeta Tierra. Se alimenta de la mentira, tira la cortina sobre realidad. ¡Pah! Se olvidó la verdad. ¿A qué asuntos les damos prioridad? Llegó la Navidad y nada es casualidad. Súbite al caballo y aprende a dirigirlo con personalidad. La joya más grandiosa en otra sabiduría ancestral. Una realidad más allá de lo material. Por más que la corteza de esa piedra preciosa brille en el anillo de esa mujer hermosa, su sonrisa se quebrará ante el camino de la libertad. No temáis, aprenderáis a confiar en la mente infinita. You feel the long wait is coming to its end. The rest of light right up the way the shadows blinded begin to dissipate. A wave of hope crashes over the world is spread. Sparks, feelings burning through the Mary Jane. Unveil the tracks ahead, and in the haste prevail the sands of time. Arise, awaken man with you with levels that were thought to be dead. Evils led by the enlightenment that was bred, and an attempt to shed a light on the heavens again. The earth ignites a fireworks show, a color spectacle, connecting worlds in the eternal space of thoughts. A legend to be gone, too long ago lost consciousness. Sort of the way you thought, the one you fought throughout your life. Under the longer winter nights, it seems a never-ending strife. Prepare to stand with the beat of the drums. So mind the frozen cold thoughts, just let the heat of the sun slowly melt those off and give your sight to the sun. The time to rise, it has finally come. Yeah. Well done. Alright. So next up, we have Nolan.
Sure. Alright, how's it going, guys? I'm Nolan Tashin, and what I want to do for a hobby or potentially a career if I get good enough is voice acting. And I've only been working on it for around a year or so. I kind of started over the summer of 2012. And yeah, I kind of started because I've heard so many people going like, oh, you should be on the radio. You should age 50 years and become the next Morgan Freeman. But yeah, and one thing I figured out really fast about voice acting, is this even on? Alright, one thing I figured out is that it's not just about having a voice, it's about being able to manipulate it. So that's when I started kind of looking on YouTube, kind of studying voices. So examples of the kinds of voices that I can try and do is maybe a bit more of a nasally voice, kind of like this, and I kind of based it off of Nathan Lane a little bit, because he really had this kind of nasally inflection, and I tried doing an audition in this kind of voice, but I didn't get the part for some reason. And other voices are like a really quiet and timid, kind of high-pitched voice, kind of like this a little bit, and other voice like the exact opposite, like a really loud and kind of deep, manly sort of voice. And it can even sound like Solid Snake a little bit. Metal Gear. And I also really like how voice actors for cartoons and animations can just pick up any sort of voice, any sort of accent like that. And that's a skill that I really want to end up with. And so one thing that I really like doing is trying to do impressions of some characters from the video game Team Fortress 2. And so I've got the Australian sniper, the scout, who I think is like a Boston accent, soldier, kind of like that generic Patton sort of voice, and the Scottish demo man. And so the Scottish demo man is one that I've kind of just started trying around a week ago, but I think I kind of have it. What makes me a good demo man? Well, if I were a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you, now would I? Oh, they're gonna have to glue you back together in hell! And, alright, so another voice right away, the soldier. If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight! Sun Tzu said that, and I'd say he knows a little bit more about fighting than you do, pal, because he invented it, and then he perfected it so that no living man could best him in the Ring of Honor. And then the scout. Listening? Okay. Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother, I heard people. Force of nature. If you were from where I was from, you'd be dead. And then my favorite, the Australian sniper. Sniping's a good job, mate. Challenging work, out of doors. Guarantee you don't go hungry, because at the end of the day, as long as there's 2 people left on the planet, someone is going to want someone dead. And the last voice I've got for you is one I've been working on in my voice and diction class this semester. And we had to try an accent that's kind of out there, one that I've never tried before, and I picked Russian. And my friend has this sort of phrase that he kept saying to me, and it's the first thing that popped into my head when I chose Russian. And it's just this really dumb saying, and it's now you'll see, Ivan, when hold pistol like me, you'll never have to worry about shooting inaccurate, because fear of shooting fingers. And that's about it. I still have to work on that, but that's the whole point of voice acting. You're always learning. And that's all I got.
I do like freestyle moves and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna play a song I wrote first, and then I'll do a little bit of that. So.
poetry, so I'll be reading that tonight. And the title of my poem is Chameleon. And, oh, how I remember the day we met. Stormy skies, your soft green eyes. And I placed my greedy bet with Lucifer. To my surprise, those starlit eyes were nothing but devils. I thought you were an angel, but you were a snake. A liar, a false, just fake. A chameleon of love, you were my dove, bringing peace to a wounded heart. You had my trust, my love, but all you had was lust. I thought I was your king, you my empress, and we would conquer life together. But I forgot the most important part. You were a liar. I was no king, but a slave to a tyrannical queen who locked my heart in a dungeon, only to obliterate me with a breath, without even a thought. But in the rubble of what was, a flower grows, and in its heart the truth it knows. In order to love, we must be free, not in a cage or ruled by a queen, but free. And in my freedom, I wonder why. Why be unfaithful, and why that ugly-ass guy? But my questions matter not, because all that happened, I'm at fault for not leaving sooner.
You know what I'm saying? I can't see faces, I see a blur right now. Please pardon me of my Sudanese swag. I'm North African and my blood is black. They say love is dead, but I'm gonna bring it back and revive it from that heart attack. See, I'm Arabian in my bank account, so if you say you're wrong, well, I lost count. All I see is peace, love. All I could be is original, so don't try to test me, you're bound to fall. Cause life is short when I'm standing tall. For no reason, a season split was the first thing one spring season. While she's out flirting, now she's seasoning and don't read rehearsing. Esteem get a beating, life is uncertain. Ego need feeding, now the one's worse. Beneath the demon, she's a warm person. When she's not fiending, swearing and cursing. Behind the curtain, she's really hurting. And while our people don't even trust her at home, the dealers they green up with the rocks down. And she without sin will spark the first storm. The feeling kicks in, she's in the dark zone. Old friends walk past, going about the road, as if she is someone that they don't know, until the king of king lift her off the floor, saying life is a thing when you learn you grow.